Congratulations to Steve. We're lucky. Please join me in honoring Paul Dass.
Fairly surprised. But you know, as Rebecca said, I am the NERA treasurer, so I've got to write a check out for this thing. What's the auditor and my accountant going to say? This may be far from an arm's length transaction, but despite that, I really am truly honored. I just work with a really great staff at the Wells Reserve. Our system is fantastic. The partnership with NOAA, which I'm always boasting about in our southern Maine coastal communities within the state of Maine, and also all of you. I guess it takes someone who really loves the reserve system to actually love our strategic plan. I guess that shows my dedication. Maybe some would kind of say, what's wrong with you? But when you look at that strategic plan, and I hope all of you have read it in the same way I have, with close scrutiny and with pride. Truly, I mean that sincerely. But when I think of the three components, and you guys can say this verbatim, I'm sure, but really when you think about it, you won't laugh when I say this because it goes to the heart of why you are all here tonight. Protected places, that means conservation and stewardship. Science, that means research and monitoring. People, that's education and training. It's a wonderful document. It speaks to what we do and how unique we are throughout the nation. And I'm just thrilled to be a part of it, and I hope to be part of it for some time to come. And thank you very much.
I didn't pay him to say that.
It's not going to save you, but
So now I'd like to turn the mic over to Marie Bundy to present the Poster Award. Thank you, everybody. I hope you all had a good time at the poster session. I have to.
And we have one more thank you.
So we have two things for you. One, you have your own passport now at the reserves. There's a little story here. This does not have a picture of Rebecca in it. We searched. I put my 17-year-old stalker on. You cannot find a photo of you anywhere in cyberspace. So if you want it customized, we can do that after the fact. But here is your own passport. And then something else that I know you're going to miss You know, as New York president, you get to do all kinds of fun things, like host OMB examiners at your site. And so this is actually a very special personal gift that I'd like you to open here, that will kind of remind you, you know, kind of on a daily basis, remind you of the last visit of the OMB budget examiner.
Oh dear. I'm not known for my quick opening of gifts, so I'll try to speed it up.
You don't have to save the wrapping.
I do that all the time.
Turn it over. Oh, wait. Sorry. And what do you see in the photo?
So this is a beautiful frame that has in it a picture of our horses at the Rachel Carson Reserve. And for context, we did have Randy Lyon come out to our reserve, and unbeknownst to us, he went on a kayak trip the day before we met with him. And he was very, very interested in the horses, so much so that it was hard to get our other talking points in. And so this is such a treat. Thank you. I really appreciate this, and also the passport. It's been really fun serving as New York president and working with Lori more closely, and also the executive committee. So thank you to all of you as well.
Your other colleagues thought you should have a very personalized passport for you.
That is beautiful. Thank you so much. Of all the gifts I've received in my life, this is certainly the most recent.
So Peter, it's kind of funny because there's only one photo in it, and I thought weren't there going to be more photos? Are there more photos? Aren't there more photos? No. There must be more photos of you, Peter. So if you just want to, you know, take your seat and enjoy the show.
Lights.
All right, I'm going to start it.
That we're actually hoping that he'll take this trip with his actual wife. Peter, we leave that up to you. So we leave this up to you whether you take Kelly or Kathy. So to assist your trip, we brought you some toys. So just the usual traveling assortment for a NEARS manager who's moving on, not retiring, but moving on to some other challenge. And it includes, you know, a toothbrush holder because he usually forgets his. We hear from his roommate. Tennis balls, some chocolate to keep you going,
What about the
Our
tequila?
dinners. Well, we have what goes with the tequila, the umbrellas for the drinks.
Great.
And we wanted to get you a very special car to drive in your trip. So, go ahead and open it.
Not too near your face.
Wow.
So we have a very special spa package that we'd like you to consider taking while you're on there, and this one's been specially annotated for you to help you make your choices between gentleman's facial or the goddess milk bath. Peter, we're going to miss you like crazy.
You're still in the running, Kelly. No, thank you so much. All of you, you're the greatest people in the world to work with. And, you know, I just love New Year's, and I can't repeat. Paul did such a good job of saying what New Year's is all about. Although, unlike Paul, I've never actually read the future plan. But I'm not retiring, I'm simply leaving state service, and so I hope to be involved in an occupation where I'm still involved with all of you. You people are the best. Love you, man. Thank you.
Okay, so just shows you that if you don't pay attention, you almost lose out on big bucks. $130 to Nissan. We'll pay you in a couple weeks. It's in the back. It's in the back. Okay, here we go. If my math is correct, we sold enough tickets for it's a $700 total pot, so we split that, it's $350. Peter's going to hand it to Kelly. Yeah.
4 clubs.
Trying to strong arm everybody, and some I didn't get strong armed enough because you didn't buy the ticket. But be forewarned, we'll get you next year.
I predict playing the Lions and things on the next auction. What do you think?